Hello everyone, welcome back to another housing tutorial. This one I'm going to be teaching you how to make like a dungeons or RPG, an NPC that you can kill. It will give you coins once it is killed. It can also have a chance of giving you a random item. Different weapons deal different amounts of damage to it, etc. And I'm going to be showing you how to do that. Starting off with, you're going to want to put down your NPC. This chest is just the swords that I'll be demonstrating after we go over this. So first, you're going to place down your NPC. Which your NPCs can be found by going to housing menu, going up to items, which is the emerald here, and NPC should just be the little guy. You can just take it, place it down, there you go, you have your NPC. But anyways, moving on, you're going to want to go into the NPC, and in the actions, we're going to have a display title, a conditional, and two other conditionals. Now, the amount of conditionals you have depend on how many weapons you have. So if you have a lot of weapons, you may need a lot more conditionals. But we're keeping it easy for now. Starting off, we're going to start off the display title, where it's going to be %stat.player/mob_HP. Now, the mob_HP part doesn't really matter what you name it. This will just be the stat for how much HP the mob has. And if you can see at the end, I put a /20, so if I hit him, you know, the first number is its HP right now, the second number is just to display how much max HP it has. So, if we go back into it, usually, fade in 0, stay 1, fade out 0, pretty simple. Second conditional, that is also very important. In the conditions, we're going to have a player stat requirement, where mob HP is less than or equal to 0. So that means if this first number on the left is lower or at 0, I will have it do something. And that something is, in the if actions, it'll mob HP set back to 20 so you can kill it again. The second one is a trigger function that is called RNG, which we will get to later for the RNG. And the last one is just coin increment by 5. I know there is a lot more other complicated things you can do to like determine how many coins you get. You could add an XP factor to this, but I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. But you just add those three. And the last two here, I just have a conditional, has item, and these are for our swords. So item, wooden sword, meta tag, and always make sure it is in your hand. It gets really weird when it's not in your hand, so you could have it like anywhere in your inventory and deal sword damage. It's weird, so just make sure you have it where to check on hand, which is the stone sword. So that's for the conditional. In the if action, we have it where mob_HP decrements by 2, which is the damage. So if I hit it with the sword, it will subtract 2 mob HP. And for this last one here, it's pretty much the same thing, but with the stone sword. So check hand. And then here, instead of dealing 2 damage, mob HP, decrement by 3. So it subtracts 3. If we test it, I take out the wooden sword. Oh, I just got rid of my sword. Let me get that back. If we hit it, we have 16. It's going down by 2s. All the way down, then it resets. Also, got the random item. We'll be speaking about that in a little bit. And for the stone sword, 16, 13, 10, 7, all that. Anyways, as you can see, I'm still getting items. So let's get into those items. I'm going to quickly put these back in my chest. And we can now get on to the RNG factor. We'll remove this NPC. We get into the RNG factor. So, going to systems, and then going over to functions, I have a function called RNG. This could be done in different ways. I have it where every time you kill the monster, there's a really high chance you get an item. If you have any questions about this, put it down in the comment section. I'll also have the link to my Discord in the description. Getting back to the point, RNG will have the change player stat called RNG set to %random.int/1 to 101. You want to have it to be, you can change the number, you can have it to be like 5 to 5,000. But I just usually keep it to 1 through 100 for these simple videos. But let's get to these. So the first conditional is this, where we have it RNG is less than or equal to 20. So if the number this rolls is in the 20 range, so if it's 1 through 20, it will do nothing. So you have pretty much a 20% chance of getting nothing. The second one is going to have two conditionals. This one's going to be RNG greater than or equal to 21. And the second one being RNG less than or equal to 60. So numbers between 21 and 60, if those were to be chosen, it will give you wool, which 21 through 60 is a lot larger than 1 through 20, so you have a higher chance of getting this than getting nothing. And with these other two functions, it's practically just same thing. Got RNG greater than or equal to 61, so 61 through RNG less than or equal to 89. So it's 61 through 89, which is obviously less than, the last one. And then the last one being either even smaller, being RNG greater than or equal to 90. So it's 90 through 100. Obviously less than a chance. And if we just take out our sword, we can see white, blue, and red wool. So let's try to get that. We got the blue wool. We got the white wool. Oh, and we got the red wool, which really convenient. But if we click it, if I were to sit here for a while, just start clicking, you can see we get a lot more of other wools. We get more white wool than blue wool, and we get more blue wool than red wool due to it being rare. And at some points you may see where I get nothing after killing it. That's the 20% chance of getting nothing. You could set up the RNG any different ways, but this is a pretty simple tutorial. Like I said, if you have any questions, ask them down in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This video is, my channel is really close to 100 subscribers, and it's a really big goal of mine. So please hit the subscribe button. It's no longer red, but just please subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.